you can see on the main camera there, two tables, 8,000 spectators around those two tables, and a rather spectacular entrance of the players. They'll walk out, head towards their respective courts. They'll be introduced to the crowd by the MC, shake hands with the officials who will be taking responsibility for their semi-final. And we really are in for some incredible excitement in these two semi-finals. Table 1 will be the first pair to appear, and there they are, entering court number 1. That is Fanshendong Shushin against Niwa and Yoshimura of Japan. So table 1 now, almost ready to start the pre-match practice, but it's table number 2 where we'll be focusing our attention. And here are the two Japanese players, Morizono and Oshima. Morizono ranked 63, Oshima ranked 22, and following them very closely, the two players from the Republic of Korea, who are Young-sik, 25 years of age, currently ranked at number 12, and Lee Sang-soo. See Lee Sang-soo there on the left of the picture, fresh from his victory yesterday in men's singles against the former Olympic and world champion Zhang Shika. Lee Sang-soo, 26 years of age, currently ranked at 20. So here they are, the four athletes who will be competing for a place in the final of the men's doubles. They shake hands with the officials. They'll then head back to their corners. Tracksuits will be removed, and then we'll begin the 2-minute pre-match practice. Just an opportunity to loosen up. The umpire there is going to spin the coin. Doubles, of course, is quite tactical because it's the best of 7 games, each game to 11, but the playing order changes after every game. And sometimes there may be a preferential playing order, and do you want that at the beginning of the game, or do you want it at the end of the final game? So decisions being made all the time. There's our official from Germany, Karl Josef Fleur. He's in charge of this men's doubles semi-final. He's just keeping an eye on the players, and there is our assistant from France, Claude Hochelboom. Kim Taek-soo, the Korean coach, medalist in Barcelona 1992 in the men's singles, won the bronze medal, beat Sweden's Erik Lind in the 3rd-4th playoff. So the players almost ready to start the practice. My name is Don Parker, delighted to be joined in the commentary box by Jill Hammersley-Parker. Jill, a former European champion, played many times in the World European Championships. Many titles to her name. Jill, how do you see this one going?
Well, it's interesting because the Japanese pair have come and travelled to Düsseldorf just to play in this event only. So they're #1 seeds. So obviously they're an established men's doubles partner, and they have actually played against the Koreans before. So I just think it'll be an extremely good match today.
Just looking at those recent contests between them, they're pretty even, the two of them. I noted they played in the final of the 2016 Grandmasters Tour, and it was a win for the South Korean pair, or the Democratic, or the Republic of Korea, getting all my Koreas mixed up there. But in fact, the year before, that title was won by the two Japanese players. So all the statistics would suggest this is going to be a very close semi-final. So we're just about to start the pre-match practice. Gently hit the ball. Well, I say gently, it'll go fairly quickly, but it'll just go up and down the diagonal. Players just getting themselves into the groove. Gentle warm-up. The Japanese pair, a left-handed, right-handed combination. A lot of coaches would say that is advantageous. Very good for creating space down the middle of the table for the forehands. So the right-handed player, Oshima, there on the screen, and the two players from the Republic of Korea, both right-handed topspin players. As I mentioned in the introduction, Lee Sang-soo yesterday fresh from a victory against Zhang Jike. The Japanese coach brought over quite a few young coaches, clearly looking to the future. They've got probably the strongest squad that I've ever seen at a World Championships. Strength in depth. They've already won the mixed doubles gold medal. They're contesting every gold medal at this point in time. Certainly contesting medals in every event. So there we see the statistics on Jeong Young-sik, world ranked at number 12, 25 years of age. His father is a coach, introduced him to the game. Lee Sang-soo, the second player from Korea, the highest ranked player on the table at number 20, second highest I should say, because his teammate is ranked at 12, so the highest rankings go to the two players from the Republic of Korea. Kim Taek-soo there looking on, and we're just about to start the first game. That's a great topspin.
A lot of short touch play there at the beginning. You see, and then just pushed it long, able to get in, but it was a good counter topspin.
Oshima with the return. And a desperate lunge there from Lee Sang-soo, but to no avail. And it's the two Japanese players who have established a 3-0 lead. Lee Sang-soo with the service to Oshima.
Oh, and that was a lovely flick there. Ball just popped up slightly. And then it was in the use of the wrist, just getting over the ball. There's that backhand banana on receive of serve that's used extensively now with the top players in the world. Getting a lot of spin on that wristy shot.
Excellent start by Japan. It's interesting you call that the banana shot, Jill. I've heard it described as many different descriptions, but basically it's where the player comes around, returns the short serve to the forehand with the backhand, but manages to get a lot of wrist action in. And in different parts of the world they call it different things, hence the fact it's a relatively new technique. It hasn't settled down with a common terminology yet.
No, I've heard it called the Chiquita, and then I've also heard that the Scottish players call it the elephant trunk, so
I'm sure it will all settle down and we'll have some sensible name for that particular shot. It's certainly an effective shot, but wow! Japan really exploiting this left-handed, right-handed combination. They're dominating this game, both playing the forehands whenever they get the opportunity. And there's the left-handed Morizono running around the whole court. Jung Young-sik now with the service, 1-6. The return of serve was slightly high. There we see it, it just pops up, but Lee Gun-san pounces on the opportunity. Excellent flick over the table. Morizono with the serve. This time a little bit of backspin. Lee Sang-soo just not quite lifting the spin. Nods of approval there from the Japanese coach. Early days, but a good start by Japan.
Both trying to get in with their forehands, but the Japs are very successful, as you said, a right and left-hander. They're able to cover the table well with their forehands.
Lee Sang-soo looking for the topspin down the line. The idea was good. Unfortunately for him, he didn't pull it off. Just didn't quite get his racket sufficiently over the top of the ball to compensate for the topspin.
Taking the opportunity to towel down, allowed to do that after every 6 points.
Oshima with the serve, serving to Jung, and it is now 8 game points. My maths isn't very good. Jill just reminded me it's 7 match points, of course, and there it is, an excellent service. Second bounce would have been on the white line, and that's the first game for Japan by 11 points to 3. A very convincing start by the Japanese players. We'll be back shortly for the second game. It's fascinating, Jill. You made the point that Morizono and Oshima are quite simply here to play men's doubles. They're not in the men's singles, they're not in the mixed doubles. Quite clearly a specialist men's doubles pair, and they've had an interesting route through to this semi-final, I believe, Jill.
Yes, they played against Karakasovic of Serbia and Wang of Poland. They paired up together, beat them 4-2, and then they played and beat Allegro and Lambert from Belgium 4-3, and then Chen and Liao from Taipei 4-1. And as you said, it's interesting because I've never known players just come for doubles events. I don't know if that would happen in Europe because they tend to just want to specialise in singles.
Very interesting, of course. Men's doubles is part of the team event at the Olympics, and I think coaches around the world are looking to try and find their strong doubles combinations. Slightly long push there from the Japanese player. First point to the Republic of Korea. One point apiece. The Korean pair beat the two Russians in the previous round, Alexander Shibayev and Kirill Skachkov. We actually featured that game on table number 2. But now it's the semi-final. Republic of Korea lead 2-1. And Morizono will be disappointed with that one. Clever play. Just slowed the ball down a little bit. Lee Sang-soo took the pace off the ball and a 3-1 lead. Interesting, when Jeong Young-sik played in Rio, he lost in the last 16, but he almost caused a sensation. He was 2-0 up against Ma Long in that last 16 match. Went on to lose, but what a great performance by Jeong Young-sik. There he is. Plays for Shanghai in the Chinese Super League.
And I believe he plays alongside Zhu Xin.
Zhu Xin, one of his teammates. Jeong and Lee lead 4-2. Morizono with the serve, good tight serve. Interesting to watch the Korean team develop over the years. The penhold grip players, the great penhold grip players that the Republic of Korea have produced. Yoo Nam-kyu won the Olympic gold medal in men's singles 1988. Table tennis, his debut in the Olympic Games. Roo Sung-min won the gold medal in 2004. Again, a penhold grip player from the Republic of Korea. But the team here, no penhold grip players. Quite interesting.
That's a good serve there, and follow up third ball. Anything loose, you know they're going to step in and go for a strong forehand.
That's a good shot by Jeong. 7-3. Oshima now with the serve. Sure, we'll see a tight serve, and Morizono look to get in behind it. Good backhand from Oshima. Punched the ball, no topspin, hit straight through the back of the ball.
A lot of touch players now, service, receive of serve, and anything that comes along. Both players are stepping in.
The noise you can hear is coming from table number 1, and at the moment it's Fan Shendong Shushin who lead by 2-0, 5-4 up in the third game. But it's the last thing on the mind of the 4 players on table 2. They're totally focused on their semi-final. Shima there. Good backhand down the line. Lee Sang-soo was waiting for the ball down the backhand side. He stepped round to play his forehand from the backhand side. The gamble did not pay off. Oh, super shot from Jeong down the line. But a great recovery from the Japanese player. Yoshima, a bit of backspin on the ball. And Lee Sang-soo doesn't lift that backspin the ball into the net. So a little bit of a lifeline now for Morizono Oshima. Morizono with the serve. Little tight serve, I'm sure. Oshima looking to get in behind it. Great short play there by the two Korean players. Delicate touch. They have this ability to have the fine touch skills, a soft hand. There we go. Very tight. But they also have the ability to explode with powerful shots as well. 6-9, second serve coming up.
That serve there just a little bit long.
Talking pen holders, they don't come much better than the gentleman there in the corner, Kim Taek-soo. Great player in the 90s, late 80s for Republic of Korea. And so there it is. The Republic of Korea respond, having lost the first game 11-3. They now win the second game 11-6, and we'll be back for the third game very soon.
What are you?
I am Diana of Themyscira, daughter of Hippolyta,
Queen of the Amazons. In the name of all that is good, your wrath upon this world is over.
神力女超人，5月30周2端午节抢先全球上映。
Hi, I'm Sean Marion, and you're watching 11 Sport.
Serve is tight, and to be the first pair to get in with the first strong topspin. I know that sounds very simple. I think sometimes tactically in doubles you can overcomplicate things. I look back to Jorg Roskopf, Stefan Fetzner winning the men's doubles title 1989. They were the masters at that. Tight serve, and then they get in with the first strong topspin. That's the recipe for success in doubles. It's easy said, it's a lot tougher to do it. Requires fine touch skills and then the ability to explode with power.
Yes, we've seen a lot of touch play already in these first two games, and if one goes slightly long, then they're looking to step in and try and either play a backhand or a strong forehand.
Both Japanese players there playing very positive. You can see from the word go, they stay close to the table, punching the ball, both of them with the backhands. And it's Lee Sang-soo receiving the signal from Jeong as the serve he would like him to do. And there was the short play exchange. And it was Oshima who had the first opportunity. There it is, and he's in. This time he goes wide to Jeong's forehand.
A lot of side spin on that stroke as well.
Not a bad return from Jeong. Came across backhand from the forehand side, although in doubles you know where the ball's going on service. You have to serve in the diagonally opposite half to where you're serving from. In fact, there was a little signal there from Jeong to let Lee Sang-soo know the return he's likely to do. Did well there, the Republic of Korea.
I think he acknowledged, apologised. I'm not sure what he apologised for, whether it just clipped the edge.
Japan lead 4-2. Jeong now with his two serves. Once you go long with the returner serve, it has to be a very positive shot. He goes long here, but it's not strong enough. Lee Sang-soo in with the topspin straight away. Morizono returning.
And that time there he returned to the backhand with the previous point. It was straight to the player. Didn't have to actually move.
I think that's the loudest shout after winning a point. Japanese players really pumped up, but then again, it's the semi-final of the World Championships. They've been brought here only for the men's doubles, and they're now one game away from the gold medal match. Morizono, strong topspin down the line. Shortest player out there. But he's playing with a lot of power. When he gets the opportunity, he's now going to do his second serve in this sequence. It's a good tight serve. He's done it again. The top spin, the momentum kept him going. He nearly dived underneath the table, then appeared the other side.
Look how quick he moves. He's
under the table. Where's he gone?
He's the shortest player, but I mean, he moves around the court so fast. Quick, short movements.
Good flick by Jeong. But again, Morizono was looking to counter-punch it back. See that again? This is a good flick coming up now from Jeong. There it is. Came through quite flat, just needed to lift it a fraction. Clever block down the line by Morizono. It's always a little bit more difficult to go down the line. It's a shorter target. But certainly Morizono not afraid to take on the more difficult line of play. Players can towel down every 6 points. All four took the opportunity on that occasion.
Great backhand there, down the line, then right over the ball.
Thought Oshima's serve was just a little bit too long, but the two Japanese players recovered quickly, dominated the point. Again, just a fraction too long this time, a little bit more aggressive. Jeong on the return. You can see the amount of wrist action he gets into that. Top edge. Looks as though it's a big miss, but in fact the timing is only a fraction out. It just caught the leading edge of the racket. See that on the replay, just watch here. Whoop, sits the top of the bat and away he goes. Morizono just composing himself. Oshima will be disappointed, Dave. Maybe a fraction too far away from the table. The ball not coming through quite as much as perhaps he thought. One loud shriek, and now a huge grin from Morizono. The chop block, the variation in pace paid dividends. 3 game points for Japan. Good angle from Jeong, just caught the top of the net. Raised his arm, apologised for his slight good fortune, but still Japan with 2 game points. Interestingly enough, while the players towel down, the semi-final on table number 1 is all over. Fan Shendong Shuxin through 4-0. But on table 2, delighted to say it's a much tighter match. 1 game apiece. 10-9 now. 10-8 Japan lead. Lee Sang-soo with the serve for Korea. And that soft block from Morizono means that Japan win the 3rd game, 11-8, and they now lead by 2 games to 1. Well done, Japan. Don't go far, we'll be back.
Une allure charmante, un regard pénétrant, une silhouette sensuelle, une beauté captivante, un sentiment amoureux. Parlez-vous désir?
现在入主 Lexus 全车系，享60期高额零利率，指定车型再享免费升级4核心 Garmin 导航影音系统，机会错过不再。
Good touch, good feeling. Read the spin well.
That's good, really good touch play there. It looks so easy when you see it on the screen, but it's very light touch on the baton ball. If you touch it too hard, it goes too long. It looks so easy, but it's a difficult shot, isn't it, Don?
It requires fine touch skills. Often people refer to a soft hand, a player who can feel the ball. But not only that, you've got to be able to read the spin as well. So it's a combination of the soft hand, reading the spin. Crucial in singles, but it's possibly more crucial in doubles. As we said earlier, the first pair that gets in with the strong topspin is in the ascendancy for sure. Morizono there going for the backhand topspin. Lee Sang-soo there with the service. Last 32 in Rio, last 16 at the World Championships 2 years ago in Suzhou in the singles. Six points have passed in this 4th game. All 4 players toweling down. Quite warm out there. Certainly very warm up here in the commentary box. Big crowd here. 8,000 seats. Very few empty ones at the moment.
A long serve there.
Don't see many long serves in doubles, but it's important to do, just to keep the opponents on their toes, keep them guessing. The net cord there affecting the trajectory of the ball. Lee Sang-soo just didn't have the time to correct his shot. 4 points each. Jeong now with the serve. Good topspin down the line from Jeong to set up that point. The real secret of the service in doubles is to try and vary the spin using your wrist and try and deceive with how much spin you're putting on the ball. If the opponent misreads the spin, the ball can pop up or be pushed in the net. And that gives you a real big chance then to win the point.
That was a great forehand. Straight down the line there, you see.
Morizono, the pocket rocket.
Disguised it just at the last minute. Is that his nickname, or is that something you've just given him?
Well, we used to call Krianga, the Romanian player who then went on to play for Greece, the pocket rocket, but he's coming to the twilight of his career, so perhaps we need a new pocket rocket. I'm certainly very impressed with Morizono. He's ranked 63 in the world. He's only here playing doubles. Such is the strength of the Japanese squad. It really is impressive, the work that they're doing in Japan. The strength in depth is quite amazing in the men and the women. Harimoto, 13 years of age in the men's singles. What a performance.
It's a great rally there. Top spin to top spin. Both pairs trying to get in wherever possible. You can see the footwork there, how wide their stance is.
Lee Sang-soo with the serve. Interesting, the Japanese pair singling to each other about the return of serve. Getting very technical. And the banana return, whatever we want to call it, that backhand return of service with excessive use of the wrist. Of course, Japan very much focusing their efforts towards 2020 and the Olympic Games in Tokyo. And certainly from a table tennis point of view, it looks as though they're timing it to perfection. Young players still improving, contesting every medal going here.
Good receive there. Backhand. Down the line. Just didn't get his feet round to play that ball.
In game two, when we played with exactly this order, it was the players from the Republic of Korea who won 11-6. So this would be a real bonus for Japan if they could turn that around. Oh, he went long with the push, Morizono, but what a backhand down the line from Jeong. Oshima was looking to play his forehand from the backhand side. Just watch how this goes. He steps round Oshima, but the backhand goes down the line. Again, it is Jeong who opens up the rally with a great flick, sends it through very flat. 2 game points to Korea. (25 years of age, Jeong, currently ranked 12 in the world, the highest ranked player out there. Oshima with the service. Morizono hoping to get in with a topspin. Didn't, pushed the ball slightly high, and Jeong with a good forehand topspin down the line secures the fourth game, 11 points to 8, and this semi-final evenly poised at 2 games apiece. We'll be back with the 5th game very quickly. Players making their way back to the table for game number 5, 2 games apiece. Everything to play for. It's almost like now we have a best of 3 to decide who goes through. Morizono with the serve. Good tight serve, that's what's required in doubles. Try and vary the spin, keep your opponent guessing, deceive them, but keep it tight. Force them to play over the table, and then your opponent has to push, flick, and then your teammate can get in. Good start by Japan, first 2 points. So the Japanese squad having a great time here in Dusseldorf, building well for the Olympic Games in Tokyo. The last World Championship or Olympic Games when China didn't win a gold medal in the men's singles. We have to go back to 2003 when Werner Schlager won the men's singles. So Japan now has been without a men's world champion for quite a few years. Of course, in the 60s, 70s, 80s, they had some great players. Shigeo Ito won in '69. Hasegawa, world champion in the 60s, 70s. Kono, Ono. And then since the 90s, not quite as good a years for the Japan men, but they're coming back very strong at this point in time. Can they beat China in Japan? Who knows? A lot of water to go under the bridge. But the signs are looking very promising. They should be very proud of what they've achieved in recent years.
And they've got a strong women's squad as well.
In fact, I would say the women's squad possibly doing better than the men's squad. Oh, what a great backhand on the diagonal there from Morizono. Quite incredible. Hirano, Ito, still teenagers, 14, 15-year-olds who are beating the best players in the world, including the Ding Nings. Can they do it on the big scene? That's still got to be proven.
Trying to keep the service tight again. Another signal to his partner. So he's going to do a long serve, which he did.
I have to say Morizono has the loudest celebration that I've seen at this tournament in Dusseldorf. Great play to watch. Just look at him there. He's covered this court. Celebrated the points.
The pocket rocket.
I think he might get that title shortly. Still to decide. Big title, pocket rocket. Kalinikos Krianga, the former holder of it, but certainly a strong contender. Just caught there on the backhand side. Good flick into the body of Morizono. It's interesting when you look at the 4 games, it's 2 games apiece, as you can see on the screen, but it's the same order where each pair have won. So this is the order that favours the Japanese pair. They've won 11-3, 11-8, game 1 and 3. And they now lead 7-3. So Oshima playing to Jeong-Young-sik is the best order for Japan. And as I say, 11-3 the first, when that was the order of play, 11-8 the third. And now, as the scoreboard tells the story, 8-3 in this fifth game. Of course, as we go to the sixth game, the order will change. And that's the order that favours the Republic of Korea. They've won games 2 and 4, 11-6, 11-8. This game's not over yet, but clearly Japan with a 6-point lead.
Signalling, taking their time. See what spin's going to be on the ball.
Oh, that wasn't a great serve, but what a counter-top spin by Morizono. The only thing I can't believe is we didn't have a shriek of delight from him. 7 game points. Interesting signalling going on there. And there it is. Japan race away with game number 5. Winning by 11 points to 3. Japan lead by 3-2. We'll be back shortly with game number 6.
错过不再。
So now Korea have their preferential order. They've won the 2 games with this particular order. So this is the big chance now for Japan to reverse that. So it is Jeong-Young-sik serving. Serving, of course, to Oshima. Good top spin down the line again. Oshima's waiting down the backhand side with his forehand. Well spotted by Jung, who then just goes straight down the line. There you see Oshima. Out he goes. There he goes now. And the ball just goes straight down the line. Nowhere to be seen. Good response by Japan. 1 point apiece. Good backhand down the line by Oshima for that second point to make it 1-1.
And that service was long. And Lee stepped in. Got to take the initiative whenever possible. I think he's saying the ball's... No, I'm not sure what he was asking the umpire there.
It was certainly a strange point. Morizono was a little bit confused. I think he was confused as to whether the second bounce was going to be on the table or come over.
Oh, it was a great angle. Oh, that ball curved around there, wide on that forehand. So much spin on the ball, difficult to see on the screen, but there is an awful lot of top spin, side spin, which you can't see. Another great angle wide on the forehand. Short serve, that Very fast backhand there, very spinny. A great angle off the sidelines. Stepped in there, that was another great shot. Seems to be punishing that side of the table, wide on the forehand.
Great use of the wrist from Morizono. This is, of course, the order that favours Korea. Should we go to a 7th game, of course, the order changes as the players change end, and the players change ends when the first pair reaches 5 points. He's back in form now, is Morizono. Shrieks of delight there from Masataka Morizono. Well, she was quite pleased too. And so timeout called by Kim Taek-soo. He knows this is a must-win game for the Republic of Korea. Just senses that the momentum was with Japan, and immediately calls a timeout. Having a word with the players. Sure, just telling them to keep playing the way they're playing. They've got to be positive. Try and get in with that first strong topspin.
I think they're both saying exactly the same thing, aren't they? Keep it tight, try and get in wherever possible. Anything long, you know, you've got to look to get in, step in. As you said earlier about tactics, about table tennis, it's all very much about touch and trying to make it difficult for your opponent. And when it's your service, if you can try and get that advantage, a good third ball.
So, pressure on the Korean pair. They can't afford to lose the next 2 games. They have to win them both to get through to the gold medal match. Japan needing one of the next 2 games. There was a chance there for Japan. They know it. Always psychologically a good feeling to win that first point after a timeout. Again, you can see from the start of that rally it was the Korean pair who were on top. He'll be happy with his timeout. He called it 4-3 down. His players have now won the first 2 points after going back to the table. And they've won it because they've dominated the point, certainly that last point. He's got to get up off the floor. Morizono, he does. And they're going to win the point. Looked like he'd been put on the deck and he wasn't getting up there, Morizono. Let's watch that again. There he goes. He's down. He's still down. He scrambles up. And he makes the winning forehand topspin. Like a boxer getting up off the floor and fighting on.
Real gutsy.
And he's there again. You have to admire that celebration. It's the loudest I've heard. And it was very much deserved on that occasion. Japan now back with a 1-point lead. Remember, Japan have still got a timeout up their sleeve. Heavy backspin on the service. That's just what is required. The variation, chop and float. The float is with no spin. Keep the service tight. This time underneath the ball, fast accelerating racket, difficult to control the ball and keep it tight, but he did, and the backspin on the ball won the point. So now Japan edging their way to victory.
Let's see what the Koreans can do now on their service.
Lee Sang-soo with the responsibility of the serve. Second bounce was going to be on or about the white line. Good positive return from Morizono. If I was the Japanese coach, I'd be quite happy with that. He was looking to be positive. It's important to realise when you've done the right tactics but lost the point, you need to reinforce that. And that's exactly what he did. He did exactly the same shot again. He knew it was the right thing to do. He was brave enough to do it again. So well done, Morizono. Very brave play. It doesn't work the first time. Doesn't mean don't go for it a second time if it's the right thing to do. Morizono now with the serve. Oh! 3 shrieks of delight from Morizono. They're enjoying this. We're enjoying this.
You'd think it was the final, wouldn't you?
Can they do it? 9-6. Morizono with his second service. Oh, 4 match points. Heaven knows what it's going to be like if they win. Bring the roof down.
Even now he's practicing his strokes.
Dancing on the spot, shadow playing. Just needs to stay a little bit calm. They know what they have to do. And it's Jeong now with 2 serves. Have to win the next 4 points. They've done it! The 2 Japanese players, Morizono, Oshima, are through to the gold medal match. They've won by 4 games to 2. Great performance by the Japanese player. Japanese coach, they're absolutely delighted. Arms in the air, and so they should be. What a gutsy performance. Good performance by the Korean pair, Jung Young-sik and Lee Sang-soo. Wasn't quite their day. It could so easily have been. Very little between them, but it was the Japanese players, Morizono, Oshima, who won, and they're through to the final of the men's doubles. Well done, Japan.